Kyotaro Ikikawa is a quiet and lonely student in junior high school who doesn't like his classmates. He spends a lot of time reading stories about murder and even imagines hurting his classmates. However, the girl he dislikes the most is Anna Yamada, who is considered the most beautiful girl in school, and also works as a model for magazines. Suddenly, they make eye contact, but he perceives her gaze as condescending, fueling his anger towards her. However, a chance encounter during lunchtime in the library reveals a different side to Anna. He notices her unusual behavior and afterward, witnesses her struggling to cut a poster in half for an upcoming presentation. Despite his initial violent thoughts, something unexpected happens. Instead of acting on his murderous impulses, Kyotaro surprises himself by offering Anna his box cutter to help with the task. To his surprise, Anna gratefully accepts his assistance, expressing her genuine gratitude. This kind response from Anna leaves Kyotaro puzzled and intrigued, but she forgets to return it and leaves. The following day, Kyotaro is startled to find his box cutter placed on his desk, and he is surprised that Anna knows where his desk is located. Later, some boys in the class, who have perverted minds, start objectifying Anna and her friend, Kobayashi Chihiro. This behavior deeply disgusts Kyotaro. However, one of the boys, Kanzaki Kenta, claims that he prefers girls with a different body type, like Hanoka Hara. Afterward, Kyotaro has another encounter with Anna in the library, but this time, Hara arrives as well and Kyotaro hides behind a bookshelf. Suddenly, Kanzaki arrives, and Kyotaro realizes that he intends to confess his feelings to Hara. However, Anna seems oblivious to the situation but soon recognizes that she unintentionally creates an awkward situation. Out of confusion, she urges Kyotaro to distract Kanzaki and Hara. Then, in an impulsive moment, Kyotaro starts making cat noises to divert their attention and inadvertently ends up helping Anna out of the uncomfortable situation. When Kyotaro returns home, he glances at Anna's pictures again and concludes that she looks completely different in real life. Feeling disappointed, he tosses the magazine aside. However, despite his initial decision, he finds himself staying up late, unable to resist looking at the pictures once more. The next day, on his way to school, Kyotaro witnesses Anna being harassed by a student named Nanju Haruya. Despite Anna's reluctance, Haruya demands her line number and forcefully tries to take it from her, which infuriates Kyotaro. Without a second thought, he throws his bike into the river to create a distraction and manages to rescue Anna from the situation. She realizes that Kyotaro deliberately helped her and calls him a funny guy, which shocks him. Kyotaro feels annoyed because now he has to share his secret place with Anna. What's worse is that she keeps bringing in different types of snacks each time, and today she brought a candy that needs to be mixed with water. However, due to her clumsiness, she continues to spill it, and Kyotaro reluctantly starts cleaning up the water from the floor. Suddenly, he notices Anna struggling to collect water, so he rushes to the home economics room to fetch a glass for her. Thankfully, she finds a solution on her own. But once again, Kyotaro's time gets wasted, which infuriates him. Later, during class, Anna becomes extremely sweaty and asks Chihiro to swap shirts with her. Meanwhile, the perverted boys in the class try to sneak a peek at her bra, but Kyotaro intimidates them and thwarts their ulterior motives. Later, Kyotaro reveals that Chihiro is Anna's closest friend, but in his mind, he always refers to Chihiro as Anna's boyfriend, even though they're just friends. He notices that Chihiro never denies any of Anna's requests, which makes him wonder why Anna often visits the library by herself. Later in the library, he starts to question the dynamics of their friendship and the reason behind Anna's solitary visits. Then, Anna requests to borrow Kyotaro's hand fan, and he notices that she's wearing a swimsuit under her uniform to conceal her bra. Suddenly, Chihiro arrives, and Anna quickly hides under the table, leaving Kyotaro feeling embarrassed and flustered. Chihiro explains that Anna doesn't eat snack food in front of her because she's allergic to it, and always respects her boundaries by eating alone. This realization brings Anna joy, and she pops out from under the table to give Chihiro a piggyback ride. The scene shifts to the day of the cultural festival, but Kyotaro confesses that he despises crowded events. Meanwhile, his class is busy building a haunted house theme, and to his surprise, Anna asks him to help prepare the poster for their class. Subsequently, Kyotaro joins Hara, who is working on building tombstones, and he instructs her to enhance the color correction. However, he gets distracted by Hara's large breasts, and in the midst of it, Anna unintentionally startles him. After Hara finishes the poster and leaves, Anna notices her name written on one of the tombstones. Adachi, one of Kyotaro's classmates, tries to impress Anna and blames Kyotaro for writing her name. To protect Hara's reputation, Kyotaro takes the blame, even though Anna knows the truth. Fortunately, Hara returns and reveals that she accidentally wrote everyone's names on the tombstones. Kyotaro's innocence is proven, and Anna thanks him for taking the blame. Following that, Anna requests that Kyotaro paint her face, but he becomes flustered and only draws a single red dot. Afterward, he discovers Haruya attempting to get Anna's phone number again, but this time her friends protect her, bringing him a sense of relief. Then, Kyotaro enters a classroom with Anna, who tells him that their houses are only 1 kilometer apart. Suddenly, she takes his phone and snaps a selfie with him. Despite his scruffy nature, he decides to keep the photo. Kyotaro spends his time drawing characters for his dark fantasy manga, but to his surprise, the design of the heroine ends up resembling Anna. Later on, he visits the nurse's office due to a headache and comes across Anna lying on the bed next to him. He becomes flustered, and her fair complexion tempts him with dark thoughts, but she wakes up and reveals that she's suffering from a stomach ache. Unexpectedly, she hands him a headache medicine from her pocket and departs. However, Kyotaro notices that she forgot her gym clothes, and the nurse instructs him to return them to her. During class, Adachi approaches Kyotaro and asks him to deliver a vulgar note to Anna. However, Kyotaro does not wish to embarrass her and switches the note with a drawing of the heroine from his manga, surprising Anna. Later on, the perverted boys come up with a plan to trick the girls into revealing their favorite sex positions by proposing a game. Adachi tells them to grab his hand for a personality test, but in reality, the way they touch shows how assertive they are in bed. Kyotaro overhears all the plotting and gets disgusted by their perverted thoughts. Unfortunately, Adachi's plan fails as the girls manage to figure out his true motives before Anna's turn. Later in the library, Anna suspects Kyotaro of stealing her chips and forces him to open his hands. He begins imagining Adachi's vulgar game and realizes that Anna likes to control her partner. Such a kind of sexualization ends up giving him a boner. The scene then shifts to the sports period, where the teacher instructs the students to split into teams of 5 to practice basketball. Chihiro gets on the same team as Anna and tells her to stay on defense. However, Anna reveals she has a photo shoot tomorrow and wants to burn some fat. On the other hand, Kyotaro shows no activeness at all and sits on the side. As Kyotaro glances at Anna, he notices that she has been staring at him continuously. However, before he can fully process the situation, a ball hits her in the nose, causing her to start bleeding. Concerned for her well-being, Kyotaro watches as the teacher rushes to her aid and takes her to the infirmary. Feeling worried, he decides to secretly follow her to ensure she's okay. To his surprise, when Kyotaro arrives at the infirmary, he finds Anna crying. She expresses her disappointment and sadness because the injury will prevent her from doing the photo shoot scheduled for the following day. In her emotional distress, Anna accidentally drops her wallet. Curiosity gets the better of Kyotaro, and he takes a peek inside. There, he finds a drawing of the heroine from his manga. At that moment, he realizes that he has developed feelings for Anna. The next day, as Anna continues to mourn her inability to fulfill her commitments, Kyotaro observes her distress. Determined to alleviate her sorrow, he notices that she is running out of tissues. In an attempt to brighten her day, he strategically places several tissues in the library, anticipating that she might come across them. To his surprise, Anna discovers the tissues and uses them to clean her greasy hands. Despite the unexpected usage, her smile returns, bringing a sense of relief to Kyotaro's heart. Kyotaro finds himself grappling with his thoughts and emotions, convinced that his feelings for Anna are simply a product of his mind going haywire. He fears that this perceived love or infatuation could potentially lead to his downfall and ruin his life. Determined to be cautious, he tries to keep his feelings in check. One day, Kyotaro notices Anna sneaking milk from the cafeteria during lunchtime. He observes her as she mixes the milk with strawberry powder in the library. However, he realizes that she needs a bowl to properly mix the ingredients. Taking the initiative, he informs her about the need for a bowl. To his surprise, Anna asks him to fetch one for her. Kyotaro quickly rushes to the home economics room, but Anna unexpectedly joins him and admits that she was only kidding. Feeling embarrassed, she suggests they go together, but they discover that the home economics room is locked. Not willing to give up, Kyotaro takes Anna to the science lab instead. There, he improvises by using a flask to mix the strawberry milk. Unfortunately, their clandestine activity is interrupted when a teacher discovers them. In a clumsy turn of events, Anna accidentally spills all the milk, creating an unfortunate and potentially misinterpreted scene. Later, during the cleaning period, Kyotaro notices Serena instructing Rin to apologize to Anna for reasons unknown to him. Intrigued by this unexpected development, Kyotaro becomes curious about the dynamics between the three of them. In the library, Kyotaro comes across Rin unexpectedly, so wanting to give Rin some privacy with Anna, he decides to leave the room. However, before he can exit, Anna interrupts him by extending an invitation to take a picture together. Feeling overwhelmed by the situation, Kyotaro instantly declines the offer and decides to leave instead. Meanwhile, inside the library, Anna extends an invitation to Rin to take a picture together. With newfound courage, Rin decides to apologize to Anna for throwing the basketball at her. Anna, showing her forgiving nature, reassures Rin that it's not a big deal, and their interaction helps clear the air between them. Later on, Serena expresses her gratitude to Kyotaro for his help, leaving him feeling confused about what she is referring to. The mysterious nature of Serena's words adds another layer of intrigue to the situation. In another instance, Anna requests Kyotaro to give her a ride on his bike, and impulsively, he agrees. As they ride together, Anna gives Kyotaro a cap from Papico, a brand they both seem to enjoy. During their journey, Anna expresses her desire to join the data processing club, of which Kyotaro is already a member. However, Kyotaro doesn't show any noticeable reaction to her request. Upon reaching the convenience store, Anna surprises Kyotaro by giving him a whole bottle of Papico. The next day, bringing snacks to the school gets banned, and the home teacher tells Anna to meet him after class. Fortunately, the teacher gets busy and Anna's meeting is postponed until the following week, giving her some relief from the situation. The scene then shifts to Kyotaro having lunch with his elder sister, Kana, at a fast food restaurant. Unexpectedly, he encounters Anna with her friends and decides to go to the counter to buy something for himself. Much to his surprise, Anna joins him and expresses her wish to become friends with Kana since she is an only child. This surprises Kyotaro, and he starts to realize that Anna came specifically to meet him. Following the postponed meeting, the next day arrives and Anna requests Kyotaro to accompany her, which he reluctantly agrees to do. They attend the meeting together, and during the discussion, Anna feels pressured and almost reveals her secret about bringing snacks to school. Sensing her distress, Kyotaro steps in and manages to convince the teacher of Anna's innocence. The teacher commends Kyotaro for speaking up, as they have never seen him express himself so much before. Subsequently, in a more relaxed setting, Anna openly expresses her desire to become friends with Kyotaro. The homeroom teacher, Mita, asks the students with similar interests to form groups of 6. The pervy boys try to join Anna's group, but Moko only allows Kanzaki to join them. Kyotaro notices that Kanzaki wants to be in Hara's group, so he convinces Anna's group members to let him join them instead. They agree, and Anna praises Kyotaro, which catches him off guard. Later, in the library, Hara confides in Anna that she went to the mall with Kanzaki, and their relationship is still a secret from everyone. Hara then asks Anna if she is currently dating anyone, to which Anna responds that she has never had a boyfriend. Hara proceeds to share the benefits of having a boyfriend, and they take selfies together. Kyotaro is surprised when Anna mentions that she spends a lot of time with him. Hara advises Anna to inform her if anything develops between her and Kyotaro. Later, it starts raining, and Anna asks to borrow Kyotaro's raincoat so she can buy an umbrella. However, she forgets her backpack, which includes her wallet. Realizing this, Kyotaro quickly rushes to give her the bag. But to his surprise, he discovers that Anna had an umbrella all along. Nevertheless, Anna covers him with the raincoat and instructs him to put her wallet in her front pocket. At that moment, Kyotaro realizes that he has developed feelings for Anna. The next day, Anna and her friends Adachi and Kyotaro visit a manga publisher's office. Kyotaro tries his best to hide his otaku side, not wanting to embarrass himself in front of Anna. However, things don't go as planned, and to his surprise, Anna forcefully takes him to see the original artwork of his favorite manga. Kyotaro expresses his gratitude to Anna for this surprise. Later, while they are all in a confined elevator, there is a slight brush between Anna's chest and Kyotaro's. It catches them both off guard. Unfortunately, Anna and Kyotaro end up missing their train and get separated from the rest of their group. Kyotaro tries to reassure Anna that the next train will arrive soon, but she begins crying. Feeling responsible for missing the train, he decides to buy her a bottle of milk tea as a way to comfort her. He blames himself for the situation and feels guilty about it. Later, when the next train arrives, Kyotaro tries to maintain some distance from Anna, but she intentionally gets closer to him. She then asks him a hypothetical question about whether it's better to announce or keep a classmate's relationship a secret. Flustered, Kyotaro responds with a hesitant maybe. The following day, Kana comments that Kyotaro seems to be enjoying his time at school, but he denies it and quickly leaves. To his surprise, he encounters Anna waiting for him outside the school, and she greets him with a cheerful good morning. She fulfills her promise from their workplace visit and gives him his favorite manga. Later, in the library, Anna insists that Kyotaro read the manga to her, but accidentally ends up brushing her breasts against his face. Both of them feel embarrassed, and Anna quickly leaves. However, Kyotaro responds with a negative answer, indicating that Anna doesn't have a boyfriend. Adachi then confesses that he has a crush on Anna and begins speaking inappropriately about her, which disgusts Kyotaro. Unable to tolerate the conversation, Kyotaro leaves the conversation. Later, Kyotaro meets Anna, and they both notice a sign in the library that prohibits eating. This upsets them, as they suspect someone may have reported Anna for eating in the library. Anna suggests they ask their teacher about it to clarify the situation. They approach their teacher, who explains that a toffee wrapper was found in the library, leading to the decision to put up the sign. Concerned that the sign might deter Anna from visiting the library, Kyotaro worries about the impact on their time spent together. To his surprise, Anna continues to eat in the library despite the sign. However, their peaceful library sessions are interrupted when the teacher nearly catches Anna in the act. Thankfully, Kyotaro swiftly hides the toffee in Anna's hand, saving her from getting caught. He then suggests that Anna refrain from eating snacks in the library from that point forward and depart. To Kyotaro's relief, the next day he finds Anna still eating in the library, indicating that she hadn't stopped despite the previous incident. Kyotaro decides to look up Anna's name on the internet and discovers that she has an upcoming TV program scheduled for today. Later, during a marathon run, Anna purposely grabs Kyotaro's hand and asks him not to leave her alone in the crowd. As they continue running, Anna stumbles and falls, prompting Kyotaro to extend his hand and help her up. Unbeknownst to both of them, their gym shirts accidentally get swapped during the commotion. Later, Anna, unaware of the shirt mix-up, puts on Kyotaro's shirt. In an attempt to divert attention away from her, Kyotaro volunteers to solve a maths problem in front of the class but unfortunately fails. They later visit the infirmary, where Anna returns Kyotaro's shirt to him. During their time in the infirmary, Anna decides to measure their heights but unintentionally brushes her breasts against Kyotaro's face, causing an awkward moment. The next day, it is revealed that Anna will be starring in a movie, and the entire class starts discussing it excitedly. However, Kyotaro notices that Anna doesn't seem very happy or enthusiastic about it. Despite the buzz around her upcoming movie, Anna appears somewhat reserved. Later, their homeroom teacher, Mita, instructs everyone to switch seats, resulting in Kyotaro ending up sitting behind Anna, with Adachi seated next to her. Fortunately, Kyotaro finds some relief when he ends up sitting next to Hara. However, he struggles to see the board, and Hara kindly joins her desk with him, allowing him to copy notes from her. Meanwhile, Anna starts feeling jealous, but Kyotaro assures her that she is the only one he sees in the class. Later on, it turns out that Anna ended up sitting next to Hara, while Kyotaro finds himself sitting next to Adachi. Then, in the library, Anna excitedly shares with Kyotaro that she has been cast as the daughter of the main police officer in her movie role. Kyotaro notices her newfound enthusiasm and sees her practicing her lines. However, Kyotaro suggests they find a more private place, and they end up in a small storeroom. There, he assures Anna that he will watch her movie, and she becomes overwhelmed with happiness. Later that night, Kyotaro watches Anna's movie and realizes that her role was not as significant as he initially thought. Kyotaro experiences a sense of relief, understanding that Anna's acting career is still in its early stages and she has ample room for growth. Chihiro takes a sick leave, leaving Anna to spend time with Moko and Serena. The following day, Chihiro returns, and Anna brings her to the library, where Kyotaro tutors her. As the parent-teacher conferences approach, Chihiro advises Anna to focus on her grades, but Anna disregards the advice. To Kyotaro's astonishment, Chihiro reveals that Anna frequently talks about him, causing Anna to blush in embarrassment. Chihiro observes that Kyotaro has become more cheerful and smiles often. Later, Kyotaro notices Anna sitting next to her elegant mother. To his surprise, he discovers that the woman beside Anna is his mother. Kyotaro's mother offers Anna a mint candy, while Anna's mother remains critical of her. Following Kyotaro's parent-teacher conference, his mother expresses her admiration for the positive feedback. She mentions her surprise at Anna being the most beautiful girl in their class, and Kyotaro agrees with her. Anna overhears Kyotaro's conversation with his mother and is filled with overwhelming happiness. However, she also becomes flustered and hastily leaves the scene. The following day, Anna starts sitting extremely close to Kyotaro and requests his tutoring services. Their conversation is interrupted by the arrival of the librarian, and Kyotaro notices a candy on the table. He quickly tells Anna to hide the candy, but she ends up falling off the chair in the process. Later, while Kyotaro is riding his bike home in the rain, he unexpectedly comes across Anna. Surprisingly, she asks him to give her a ride home, but he politely declines and continues. However, he soon realizes that Anna has left her bag on his bike. Upon inspecting the bag, he discovers a box of tampons inside. Consequently, he rushes back to return the stuff and she reveals the box belongs to her mother. Back at home, Kyotaro falls ill as a result of getting soaked in the rain. He has a peculiar dream about Anna, which leaves him feeling unsettled. Consequently, he decides not to go to school the following day. However, to his surprise, he finds Anna waiting outside his house. He quickly rushes outside to meet Anna, and she surprises him with a serving of strawberry ice cream. As she prepares to leave, Kyotaro invites her to stay and have a cup of tea, to which she agrees. They both notice that there is no one else at home, and Kyotaro reveals that his mother works part-time. While during their conversation, Kyotaro accidentally spills water on his clothes and excuses himself to change. However, due to his cold, he suddenly loses consciousness and collapses. Fortunately, Anna swiftly rushes to his room and helps him put on his clothes. To his astonishment, she unexpectedly embraces him before departing. In his dazed state, Kyotaro believes it is all part of a pleasant dream. Later on, Kyotaro's sister hands him a note from Anna, expressing her wishes for him to get well soon. It is then that Kyotaro realizes that the events of the previous day were indeed real. Anna expresses her desire to obtain Kyotaro's line number, but he assumes she is joking and doesn't show any particular interest. As a result, Anna decides to create a group chat for their class to obtain Kyotaro's number indirectly. During a conversation, Moko shares her aspiration to have a boyfriend before Christmas Eve. Suddenly, she asks Kyotaro for his line number and adds him to her contacts before Anna has a chance to do so. This situation infuriates Anna, and she begins glaring at Kyotaro with fierce intensity. In an attempt to help Anna, Moko suggests that she ask out Ishimuro, a classmate who may not be conventionally attractive but is known for his intelligence. Anna reveals that Ishimuro lives in the same building as her, but she doesn't have any romantic interest in him. Meanwhile, Kyotaro starts to feel an inferiority complex, believing that Anna would be interested in more handsome boys rather than someone like him. Consequently, he decides not to get his hopes up too high. The following day, Kyotaro once again notices Haruya attempting to get Anna's number. However, Chihiro steps in, and as a way to get closer to Anna, Kyotaro ends up asking Chihiro for her number instead. But Anna, not wanting to hurt Chihiro's feelings, decides to keep her true feelings hidden. Later on, Kyotaro discovers Anna crying alone in the library, and they begin talking about games, which manages to cheer her up. Suddenly, two girls who are friends with Haruya interrupt and ask Anna if she has a boyfriend. Surprising everyone, Anna loses her temper and loudly proclaims that she doesn't have a boyfriend while looking directly at Kyotaro. The girls leave and bring Haruya to the library. However, Anna takes the opportunity to get close to Kyotaro and kisses him in front of Haruya. Meanwhile, Serena and Moko disclose Haruya's true intentions to Chihiro, and Kyotaro accidentally overhears their conversation. Later, Chihiro informs Anna that she has chosen not to pursue a relationship with Haruya, effectively resolving any tension between them. Kyotaro, on the other hand, begins to speculate that Anna might be using him to make Haruya jealous. As a result, Kyotaro chooses to ignore Anna for a few days and avoids going to the library. One day, however, she catches him and asks if he's angry with her. Kyotaro continues to ignore her and prepares to leave. At that moment, Anna breaks down crying uncontrollably, and it dawns on Kyotaro that she is not the type to use others for her gain. He realizes that he had become overly obsessed with her and was searching for a reason to dislike her. He acknowledges his mistake, and Anna tightly hugs him. Afterward, they decide to walk home together, and Anna asks Kyotaro if he has any plans for the upcoming winter break. Kyotaro responds that he will be visiting his father's hometown in Akita. Anna becomes saddened by the news, and Kyotaro returns the manga she had given him. In a surprising turn, she takes his bike and promises to give him the next manga volume as well. A day before the start of the winter break, Anna asks Kyotaro to meet her at a specific location during the break. She also requests his line number, and they end up texting each other throughout the entire night. On Christmas Eve, Kyotaro meets Anna in Shibuya and realizes that she is dressed elegantly while he feels like he stands out unconventionally. They arrive a bit early, and as they walk to the restaurant, Kyotaro becomes self-conscious, feeling like he might appear like a stalker. To alleviate the discomfort, he removes his mask, and Anna suggests they go to a pancake shop. As they spend time together, Kyotaro starts to feel like they are on a date and compliments Anna on her hairstyle. However, he notices that the restaurant they go to is quite expensive, and he decides to only order a cup of coffee for himself, while Anna orders multiple items. He begins to feel embarrassed by his choice, but Anna tries to uplift his spirits. They engage in a conversation about their fashion preferences, but Kyotaro starts to feel like an outsider. When their order arrives, Anna asks Kyotaro to take a picture of her while she eats. Going a step further, he makes a video of her, and she sends them all to him. In a surprising moment, Anna touches his chin and encourages him to be more confident. Despite her support, Kyotaro's confidence wavers when Anna insists on paying for their lunch. Later, she asks him to select outfits for her and goes into the changing room. However, Kyotaro becomes flustered and feels embarrassed, fearing that he might get an erection. At that moment, he notices Kana in the store, and to avoid any potential embarrassment, Anna pulls him into the changing room. Inside, she expresses her desire to meet Kana, but Kyotaro promises that they can arrange it another time. However, his attention is diverted when he accidentally catches a glimpse of Anna's unzipped bra under her dress, leaving him shocked. After they leave the store, Kyotaro tells Anna that he had a great time, and in return, she gives him a red scarf. As they walk, they come across beautifully illuminated Christmas trees, creating a magical atmosphere that overwhelms them. Later, while boarding a train, Kyotaro and Anna accidentally get separated, but she firmly holds his hands, and they find comfort in each other's presence. They continue holding hands throughout their journey until they reach Anna's home. Before parting ways, Anna wishes Kyotaro a Merry Christmas, and he reflects that he might have a chance with her, feeling hopeful about their relationship. 4 days before New Year's Eve, Kyotaro travels to Akita, his father's hometown, with his family. While there, he takes a picture of the snow and sends it to Anna. However, he accidentally trips and falls, resulting in a broken arm. Kyotaro sends a picture of his injured arm to Anna, and to his surprise, she immediately video calls him. He feels embarrassed when he sees that she is still in her pajamas. Making matters worse, Kana, his sister, catches him in this situation, causing Kyotaro to quickly end the call. He explains to Kana that Anna is just a friend, and surprisingly, she accepts his explanation. Kana falls asleep, and Anna calls again, but this time, Kyotaro goes outside to answer the call. During the call, Anna asks Kyotaro to send her a picture of the beautiful moon outside. They exchange a few words before saying goodnight and going to sleep. The next day, Kyotaro and his family return to Tokyo. Back home, Kana starts teasing him about having a crush, and Kyotaro realizes that his sister is similar to him in that aspect. He decides to tell Kana Anna's name, possibly indicating that he is opening up to his sister about his feelings for Anna, and Kana encourages him. The next day, Kyotaro meets Anna and is introduced to her dog, Wantaro. They decide to visit a park together, but Kyotaro hesitates about giving the dog the keychain he brought for Anna. Wantaro seems uninterested in Kyotaro, which makes him doubt his decision. However, Anna sits beside him on a bench and holds his hand, giving him a boost of courage. Finally, Kyotaro gathers his confidence and gives her the dog keychain from Akita. Anna expresses her gratitude and tells him that she'll text him the address for their visit to the New Year's shrine. As the days go by, Kyotaro realizes that he has been exchanging many texts with Anna over the past 10 days, indicating their growing connection. Later, by chance, he runs into Heiura and Moko at a convenience store. Heiura insists on getting Anna's phone number from Kyotaro and takes him to a cafe. While Moko and another girl go to refill their coffee cups, Haruya seizes the opportunity to put pressure on Kyotaro. After Heiura insists on getting Anna's phone number, Kyotaro musters up the courage and firmly refuses to give it to him, despite the pressure. To Kyotaro's surprise, Moko overhears their conversation and is impressed by his refusal. She joins Kyotaro and advises him to be honest and direct with Heiura. In an attempt to tease him, Moko playfully holds his hand, but Kyotaro quickly moves away, making it clear that his heart belongs to Anna. To his confusion, Moko reveals that she already knew about his feelings for Anna. As they part ways, Moko offers for Kyotaro to come inside her house, but he declines and leaves. Later, Kyotaro calls Anna to wish her a happy new year and realizes that he accidentally dropped Moko off at Anna's house. Nevertheless, he remains determined to confess his feelings to Anna shortly.